Hey, what's up everybody, ForneverWorld here today to do my review of Bleach chapter 482, and the mystery continues to gather with this particular chapter. We get a couple of new clues, I guess, into what's going on in this one, but for the most part, a lot of mystery keeps on gathering up. So the chapter starts off, of course, where the last one left off. Yvonne, aka Ivan, aka sounds like Eisen, haha, yeah. He's still standing in Ichigo's bed. He's like, oh, what did you say again? And Ichigo says, I said get off that bed. Epic line from the last chapter. I thought it was kind of cool, carried over once more in the beginning of this chapter. And he's just like, he's like, oh, you're not going to get off my bed. He just kicks him right out the window. Pretty funny stuff, because right after that, his crew is like, chatting all them like, oh, we're going to continue eating this bread. We'll meet up with you in a bit. And he's like, oh, this is be over in a bit. So it's kind of funny seeing that, particular comedy, since it's the beginning of the arc, what, 2-3 chapters in, so that's still allowed and stuff like that. He flies out the window. Yvonne is kind of like thinking he's badass. He's like, you shouldn't have done that. That was stupid of you. And then he's like, don't you want to know what I am or whatever, what's going on? He's like, I don't really care. You're probably just in a wrong car or something like that. It's kind of funny, like Ichigo's nonchalant attitude about it. But then he asks him a couple questions like, are you here to take revenge for Aizen? And, who are you working for and stuff like that. And Yvonne does something that a couple people already has suspected. I've seen quite a few comments, and I myself, kind of started noticing. He pulls out a Quincy cross, and he makes this huge bow and shoots it at Ichigo. My guess so far, based on, everything we see, because he did have, like, that piece of a wrong car, how the wrong cars have that piece of hollow mask on their face or whatever. I'm guessing these Quincy people are possibly getting the hollows and then turning themselves into half a wrong car or something like that, trying to get possibly to the power of Bosto Lords and stuff like that. Exactly, I'm not exactly sure how that would work, but it's crazy to see this crusty Quincy guy, and he doesn't look too formidable, but then again, this is just me judging him based off first appearance and stuff like that. He might be, who knows, maybe he's the next Grimjow or something like that, but for now, he doesn't really look too much of a threat, especially the way Ichigo's taking him so lightly. And then we see Ikaku and Yumichika, or Yumichika, I forget how to pronounce that. They're walking through this town. There's nobody there. It's just completely deserted. And then they see a bunch of footprints, and it's like it stops at a certain area. So that particular part of the chapter kind of puzzles me. What's going on exactly? Like, I guess, again, it goes back to the whole, what Yvonne, stuff like that, how I assume that they're just taking the hollows and trying to turn themselves into, like, these massively powerful people combining themselves. It's looking possibly that way. But, still the whole mystery of why are they doing this, and stuff like that. And that particular part of the chapter had me a little bit puzzled. But it's good, this is how Bleach arc, especially the last one, now this one, build up the mystery and stuff like that. And then the chapter ends off in a kind of weird situation. Yamamoto's in his chambers, and a bunch of masked people come, and they declare war on Yamamoto. Wow. It's getting 3 chapters in, and we're already getting to the title of the arc, the 1,000-Year Blood War. Really excited to see where this particular part goes. It's looking very, intriguing and interesting. I hope Kubo could keep on building up the mystery and stuff like that, getting me more intrigued into, why the Quincy's acting, who's in charge. I wouldn't be surprised if Uryu's father has something to do with it, because you never really know with these people. Somebody could be betrayal, stuff like that. With Aizen, it was always, wait, he's here, he's there, so you never really know exactly what route Kubo's going to take with this. It was nice to hear again, like, we keep on, last arc we heard it a couple times, now we hear Aizen's name this time. People are very weary of Aizen, and really want to see exactly what's going to happen with that, with Aizen and time. And so far, this chapter just really built a lot of mystery, and a lot of more questions were rose in. Again, I kind of have that whole feeling with Yvonne, but we'll have to see. And overall, it's a pretty decent chapter, just building mystery. Cool to see Ichigo already springing into action, jokes and stuff like that with Chad and them. And, I like that nice little Bleach feel and stuff like that. But the end of the chapter was probably the best part, in my opinion. Yamamoto's in his chambers, and they just all come in there declaring war. And, it's looking like it's going to be a crazy arc, to be honest with you. Let me know what you thought of the chapter. What was your favorite part? Was it the people declaring war against Yamamoto? Because, that's going to be a big, impactful way, especially among Soul Society and stuff like that. Was it the Ikaku and Yumichika, scene, and or was it the Ichigo and Ivan stuff? Let me know in the comment section below, or with a video response, give me your thoughts on this particular chapter, your favorite moment of it, whatever you want to just talk about with this chapter. But that's all I have for this particular review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up for the craziness that it seems this arc is gonna be, especially the way this chapter ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, have an awesome day, people.